welcome back to the channel. Now don't get too happy about me coming on camera because I'm only testing my 4K camera on my new iPhone. This iPhone is amazing. It's crisp. I'm looking forward to making more content on it with it. So let me know what you guys think about the quality of this video because it's 4K. Apparently even the front-facing camera is 4K. So I'm excited to see what the quality is like. But I will be going back to not being on camera in the next video. So gotta stay incognito. Say no to time wasters. This mug, by the way, is available at our store, T.S.E.G.store.com. So if you ever need one for a reminder, go get yourself one. Okay, before I get into it, please, as usual, subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment below, and share if you find value in this video. Okay, how to ask for money. You don't. I'm going to reiterate. You never directly ask a man who is not your boyfriend or husband for money. What you do is you set him up to say yes. Now, obviously, you should already know that you should be picking the right target, i.e. someone who can actually afford to give you what you want. Please don't set up a broke guy because it'll be like squeezing juice from a rock. Impossible and definitely not worth it. You should also know that if this guy likes you and can afford it, he will almost always say yes to your ask, aka the setup. However, I know that there are many men out there that have money, but you have to wheel and deal to get money out of them. But yes, it is possible. I just want you to keep in mind that men that don't give easily without too much mental gymnastics on your part are probably not gonna last as long. So milk them for as long as you can and ride it till the wheels fall off. I say this because think about it. If every time you try to do something, it was always painful, wouldn't you be looking for an alternative so you didn't have to put yourself through that pain again? This is also one of the reasons why people quit things early, like being an entrepreneur or weight loss. There's a reason people would rather work for someone else because being your own boss is a lot of work and it can definitely be painful because I've definitely had some days where I'm like, but the way I'm set up, I just can't work for anyone. It's just not in my DNA. So I'll take the pain because the pleasure is way more than the pain. Or like even with weight loss, like people want to see results right away. And if they don't, they quit and go back to whatever they were doing. And then they decide, oh, I can never lose weight. But that's not the case. So like I said, if it's always like pulling teeth every time you get money from him, keep in mind that it will not last. So you just need to get in, stay in there. Don't quit. Let him be the one to quit on you because you're going to get over it. He'll probably catch on and realize that he doesn't like you that much, which is why he doesn't want to give you money. So keep your emotions out of it, please. Oh my God. I've been having a conversation with a friend of mine who is like so emotional and she has a good wail, but I'm just like, girl, like keep your eyes on the prize. You know why you're there. Keep your emotions out of it. Keep your eyes on the prize and get as much as you can until you cannot anymore. But it's a numbers game. You want to have a lot of people, in your wheelhouse. Like you don't want just one guy because then you'll be frustrated and you probably get burnt out. It's a numbers game. Keep dating these wealthy men and eventually one will be obsessed with you and marry you, if that's your goal. If not, he'll be obsessed with you and just keep giving you money. But of course, to invest it, blah, blah, blah. I'll probably do another podcast. Not podcast. I'm confusing the two. I'll probably do another video on that at some point. It also helps, like I said, if you're dealing with more than one guy at a time. That way, when one tries to be a cheapo, the other one will say yes. I actually have a perfect story time about this that I'll share like on a live or on another video, it's hilarious because it's like this guy, and this was a test ask too, or a test setup, and it was like pulling teeth to get this small thing from this guy, and then I just turned around and texted one of my clients and he got it for me, like no questions asked. It's crazy. Too funny. Anywho, I'm going to give you an example of setting a guy up to say yes to you, as in offer to give you money or pay for your stuff that you want. I mentioned in my previous video why you shouldn't burn bridges, how I had reached out to two of my old sugar daddies and they now are both giving me money. Well, in the beginning of my encounter with one of them, we were talking on the phone. This is the one that I still haven't seen, but it's still giving me money. We're supposed to meet when Season gets here, because he's somewhere else. I casually mentioned, we were talking on the phone, and I casually mentioned how I really wanted to take this course. That was a lie. I just wanted to get money out of him. And he immediately offered to pay for it. Of course, they have my backstory, which is that I lost my job due to Corona, and I'm temping wherever I can and living on my savings, which is about to run out. It's always about to run out. And I'm so worried. That's my backstory. So Corona has definitely been very helpful, because it's work to come up with excuses on the fly. Or not excuses, but like scenarios. It's hard work. Believable scenarios, not just any old scenario, because the whole, my car broke down or whatever is like played out. So you have to get really creative with this, and it's work. It's hard and mental work, but now I can just use Corona as an excuse. It's amazing. Anyways, I mentioned on the phone about taking this course online to better myself for financial opportunities, and I was like, I really want to take this course, but I'm barely making ends meet, and I feel like this certification will help expand the places I can apply to. Immediately, he offered to pay. To which I was like, oh my gosh, babe, thank you so much, baby. Oh, and that word baby, you guys have to know when to throw that word around. Guys love that shit. Maybe I'll do another video on like key trigger words you can use for guys to make them like, go off in a good way and go crazy. And of course, you have to always show gratitude when they help. Like they're your literal lifesaver. That makes them feel good, and psychologically it keeps them wanting to help you. But yeah, I also tell them how I'm going on Zoom interviews every day. Well, not every day, but frequently, and I'm sending my resumes to everyone, and it's not my fault that I'm not getting hired during this pandemic. I'm doing the work. So that way they know that, I'm not just sitting here asking for handouts. It's so crazy. It's like they have it. I'm like, just give it to me. But no, you want to play mind games? Fine. Let's play the game then. Jeez. Now, if you set him up and he doesn't offer to help, just know that he's not it. Throw him back in the water. Do not get emotional, please. It's so easy to get offended, like, how dare you say no to me? Which they didn't really say no because you didn't ask directly. But how dare you didn't offer to help me? Which is basically like telling you no. Do you not know how awesome I am? If he doesn't offer to help, just make a mental note to make yourself scarce. And by that, just like don't spend time with him as much, and he'll notice. In fact, you can start there and then. Like if you state your scenario and do your sob story and he didn't flinch, or like he's trying to like get you more, like he's like, oh, look at this job opportunity. Like he's trying to get you to go work for your money. Look at your phone and be like, oh my gosh, I have to go. Something just came up I have to take care of. But this was so much fun. Thank you so much. Let's do this another time, which you never will. But like you always kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of want to exit out in a way where they don't know that, they're about to be put on ice or that you're not feeling them. Like you always want it to be like, whatever, or like if they're like, oh, here, apply here, and you can be like, oh, that's really not my expertise, but thanks anyway. Like, thanks anyway is a great line too, if they're not like trying to help you. But like I said, make yourself scarce. Scarce. I don't know how you say scarce. Anyways, make yourself unavailable, but it should always be an excuse. Like, don't be like, well, since you're not spending money on me, I'm not spending my time with you. Boo, boo, boo. No, you always want to make it look like you actually have shit going on. The best thing I always do with guys like this is just say that I have to work. Be like, I'm temping right now. Like, I have so many bills coming up and I'm trying to like juggle a lot of things. So I have to work as much as I can. And then even some guys in the past have like attempted to almost offer, but then they realize that their money isn't that long. And if they commit, they're going to be stuck. So they try to backtrack. It's funny. Or they'll say stuff like, you know, how much do you need? But like, do you really like me? It's like, bitch, are you gonna be generous or not? Like, we don't have time for these games. Anyway, so just quickly get out of there and, you know, tell him, oh, I have to go. We'll do this another time. Like, make it look realistic, and then he'll never see you again. Every time he tries to link up with you, come up with a reason. Like, you're working. You're trying to work. Like, always have your excuse be like, I need money, so I'm trying to work. But don't say, oh, you didn't give me the money. Just be like, oh, I'm just trying to, you know, get some money. And in a nice, you know, fluffy, girly way. And then he'll either realize what he did and come correct next time, which this has happened to me, or you can just leave his ass right there in the water. Either way, it's on to the next. You're always, you know, moving on, rotating your guys. You don't have time to be wasting your energy on one dude that's not doing what he's supposed to do. But yeah, that's it. That's the video. Short, sweet, per usual. If you have a specific guy that you're working on and you need me to help you set him up to say yes to you, send me a message on Patreon, patreon.com/TSEGP. It's only $1 a month to join, and you will be helping me with admin costs because I don't have a big team helping me with anything like a lot of these gurus out here. So I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.